Simple staging tips. Hi, Luis Carlos Perez with Center Real Estate. I want to bring you information on getting your house staged, getting ready to go on the market for spring. Springtime's upon us, and there's a lot of things that you could do in your house without spending money or very little money. A lot of people think staging is as you have to hire this interior designer. They bring all these fancy paintings and furniture to your house, and then they remodel just kind of how they do on TV. That's a little extreme. It happens out there, but that's a little extreme. I want to talk to you about some simple ways, 4 simple ways that you could get your house staged with very little money, and that'll make a huge difference for the it's not something out of this world, but it's something that is overlooked at times. Sometimes people forego that. They're like, hey, just take photos, let's just get on the market. I sometimes even realtors do that. I see realtors that even take photos, and it's sometimes with their cell phone, not very professional. So staging and professional photography is key to get your house sold. I mean, it's gonna sell, but to get your house sold for top dollar, you want to get top dollar for your home, right? It's an investment. You see it as that. So let's get you top dollar for your home. So here are some steps. For starters, for first thing you want to look at is kind of removing personal items. There's a lot of things in your home that you use daily that you have you need to have in your house, but that somebody else might not see appealing or might not let them relate to the house as easily as you do. For example, like things in the fridge, we have the magnets from our vacations that we take. They go in the fridge, or a souvenir that somebody gives us. Our kids' paintings or little drawings from school. That's cute. We want to display them, but we want to remove those when it comes to putting your house on the market, and not just for showings, but for photos. Make sure those are down for photos. Something else in the bathroom, like we have our personal items, especially the females. You like to have your hair dryer out, your curling iron, and all these things out, makeup, face cream for the day, for the night, for the evening, for lunchtime. So all that has to go. Put it away for photos again, for showings. You want to make somebody come to the house and make them feel at home. That's going to create clutter, and it's not going to look appealing. It doesn't matter if they're super expensive items. You want to move them away, put them away so they're out of sight. That's important. Also, like things that maybe are too personal, like certificates, like diplomas and things like that have your name and personal information. That could be a little liability. You might not want to have that out there. Or even, I've seen this happen a lot. People have like file stuff where they put stuff in their desk or the counter, and it's stuff that has legal information. I used to look at houses and I see that all the time, and I mean, I'm not doing anything with it, but somebody else might. So all that stuff put away for safety, also for safety. This is kind of a little controversial for me. People say, hey, remove all your photos and family pictures throughout the home. That is true, but I do notice that when there is a photo of the family, maybe like one photo or two just kind of hidden somewhere, home buyers do like to know who lives there a little bit. They're kind of curious. They want to see who lives there. So it might not be a bad idea to leave kind of like a little trace of who is at the house, but just something very subtle, not a whole wall of photos or the mantle, the fireplace full of photos of all your extended family. Just maybe something real subtle might help that buyer kind of feel out the home and see who actually lives there, right? Something else is go for neutral. So you want to make sure most of the house is very neutral. There's nothing that really stands out. Accent walls are very popular. They were in the past. Accent walls were a thing. Everybody had to have one. So that's cool. It's all right, but make sure it's not like a very bold color. So if you have an accent wall and it's been a few years since you put that up and it's very bold, I would recommend you kind of tone it down, paint over it. You can never go wrong with white. White is a great color. It goes with everything, everybody's style, but tone it down and make it more neutral. That's one thing that could help you and make the house look more appealing. Paint is not very expensive. You're not gonna have to spend thousands of dollars to get that redone, right? Also, collectibles or items you display. I see people have collectibles throughout the home. It's neat. They're expensive. So for two things, they might get broken or damaged if kids are coming to the house, or also it might turn somebody off. You don't want your Star Wars collection going out through your living room. It might not be appealing to somebody else. So it's great But put it away, start packing. You're moving, obviously, right? So start packing all those items, especially valuables, things that you don't need in the day to day. So pack those items, put them away, and that's going to make your home more appealing, and it's going to make somebody more welcoming. So collectibles, and something else is religious artifacts. Like if you have a lot of religious things, whatever religion you are, you don't want to have too many excessive things, because that could be a turnoff to somebody. It could scare somebody off if they don't understand that religion you practice. So put all this stuff away, make things real neutral. Also, like very bold furniture or furniture that stands out, it doesn't go with the flow of your house. It's time to move, so pack it. I always tell people the garage is kind of a neutral place. So if you have something stored, boxes, bins, or large pieces of furniture in the garage that you're not using, that's neutral. Nobody's gonna really, it's not gonna really turn people off. If somebody walks in the garage, and usually it's a thing where like, oh, it's a 2-car garage, great. That's all, they check the box. They don't really look and see the space around it or anything like that. So the garage, I always say that's kind of like free game. You go in there and pretty much put everything you want or do anything you want with it. Something else is keep it simple. So also the rooms, nowadays, especially when we're working from home, we're doing a lot of things differently. Our homes maybe are not working for us, and that's why we're moving. So you might have one of the bedrooms that has a bed and a desk and a computer, and it doesn't really flow right. It makes the place look cramped. So you want to do something about that. I would advise either turn that room and make it into like an office space, or get rid of the computer, put it away, maybe just work off of a laptop for a while you're selling your house, and just make it a bedroom. So some people don't have a lot of imagination, or they're going through a lot. It's very emotional buying a house. So they can't really take the time and sit down and imagine, oh, this is a bedroom, or I can fit the kids' bunk beds here, or I can make this an office. People don't have that mindset at times, going through different homes on the same weekend. So help the buyers out and make those rooms, make it simple for them to imagine what it is. Also, if you have a large living space or a flex room or something with nothing in there, it might also be a little difficult for somebody to imagine, well, what is this space used for? They ask me that, what is this space used for? And as realtors, we might be able to inform people of that, because we see homes all the time, and we kind of could fit the room and know what goes there. But a home buyer might not be able to imagine that. So help the home buyer, make it simple for them to imagine how a house could be set up for them and their family. So again, going back to collectibles, I've seen where people have a room and it's just collectibles. I've seen where people have a bedroom and it's just actually a closet instead of a bedroom. So help people imagine what goes there, and that's gonna help the sale, help less people come to the house and get you a better offer, right? And my favorite part, it really is the exterior. So an exterior might be something overlooked at, because you're worried about cleaning the house, moving furniture around, getting some staging going on, right? But the outside is also very important, especially before the spring. The weather's still cold, the grass might still be dull, so we kind of forget about it. But there's some things that you want to do to the outside that'll make it more appealing. The outside is the presentation of your home, is what people first see when they drive up. People already making a decision whether they like your house or not, whether it's going to be the house for them. If one of the husband, wife, or whoever is shopping for a home, they're finding excuses why they don't like that house, then it's going to be easier for them to make decisions up front just by walking up. Oh, look at the grass is overgrown, or it's patchy. There's weeds on the yard. So something I advise people to do on the outside is for one, clean the windows. Clean windows are something that's very overseen most of the time, and it's something simple. Something that you can do, they sell sprayers, you hook it up to a water hose, it sprays the windows down and it cleans them. So that gives it a very different light inside the house, and also makes it look a lot shinier outside. Something else to do is like in the springtime or late winter, you might be able to get away with some potted plants or flowers, give some color to the exterior, get rid of any dead bushes that maybe didn't survive the winter, clear them out, or plant new ones. It's something that's not too expensive, not a lot of work, maybe a weekend to take care of that, but it makes a huge difference on your home. So if you don't have any plants or vegetation outside, you maybe want to add a little bit. And then something else to add on top of that is make sure it's swept up. The sidewalks, the driveway, the walkways, cleaned up. maybe borrow or rent a power washer. You could power wash the outside of the house, the siding, the sidewalks, make it look clean, make it look fresh. Spray off all that dirt that's been there for a few years, or some of that salt and things from the winter. Get rid of all that. A good power wash is gonna make that home look clean, squeaky clean, for that buyer to have a better perspective of it. So if you want to learn more about how to get your house ready for sale, the sale process or the buying process, how to get ready to purchase a home, subscribe to my channel. There's tons of other videos and information available already, and more to come. Market, and not just for showings, but for photos. Make sure those are down for photos.